Hello everyone, I am Vinod Kumar, working as an assistant professor in Thandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. Now I am going to present a video lecture on blood gas analyzer, which comes under the Unit 5 Biochemical Measurement in the subject Basics of Biomedical Instrumentation. So the main objective of this Unit 5 Biochemical Measurement is to familiarize the different biochemical measurements, and students will demonstrate knowledge of proper use of modern instrumental techniques with analytical measurements. So the main course outcome of this Unit 5 Biochemical Measurement in Basics of Biomedical Instrumentation is students will understand the different biochemical instruments. So first we discuss about what is blood gas analyzer. So blood gas analyzer are used to measure the pH, partial pressure of carbon dioxide PCO2 and partial pressure of oxygen PO2 of the body fluids with special reference to human blood. So pH is nothing but power of hydrogen or potential for hydrogen. So measurement is mainly made to determine acid-base balance in the body level. So mainly, in this blood gas analyzer, we able to analyze the level of acid and base, that is nothing but alkali, in the blood. So blood gas analyzer is used in clinical medicine to overcome the above problems. So sudden change in the pH and PCO2 could result basically in cardiac arrhythmias, ventricular hypertension, and even it leads to a death also. So due to this, we have to maintain the physiological neutrality in blood based on acid and base. So blood gas analyzer used in clinical medicine to overcome the above problems in the human beings. So next we discuss about a complete blood gas analyzer. So as we already discussed that blood gas analyzer designed to measure pH, PCO2 and PO2 from a single sample of whole blood which is taken from the human beings. The size of sample vary from 25 microliters to few hundred microliters, which is taken as a sample. So the estimation take about 1 minute to calculate the pH, PCO2 and PO2 from a sample. So basically with built-in calculators, the instruments can also compute total carbon dioxide, that is nothing but CO2, so HCO3 and base excess. So separate sensors are used in the blood gas analyzer. So the instrument contains 3 separate high input impedance amplifiers. So this is the complete blood gas analyzer which is shown in this diagram. So basically this instrument contains 3 separate high input impedance amplifiers designed to operate in the specific range of each measuring electrodes. So individual amplifier is used for pH, PCO2 and PO2 measurement. So separate module and houses and thermostatically controls the 3 electrodes which is present. So this blood gas analyzer which also provides thermostatic control for the humidification of the calibrating gases. So in this blood gas analyzer, the vacuum system basically provides aspiration and flushing services for all these 3 electrodes which is used. So calibrating gases are selected by a special push button control and passed through the sample chamber. So whenever it is required. So 2 gases of accurately known O2 and CO2 percentages are required for calibrating the analyzer. So in the PO2 and PCO2 modes, gases required are oxygen value of 12% and 0% slope and CO2 value of 5% and 10% slope. So these O2 and CO2 gases are used with precision regulators for flow and pressure control. So two standard buffers of known pH are required for calibration of the analyzer in the pH mode. So buffers that are used are 6.838 and 7.382 slope. So generally recommended that the sample chamber should control 7.382 buffer when in the standby mode. So input signal to the HCO3, so that is nothing but calculator comes from the outputs of the pH and PCO2 amplifiers. The outputs are suitably adjusted by multiplying each signal by a constant R given to an adder. So that is shown in this diagram. So the next stage is an anti-lock generator, so which is similar to the one used in a PCO2 amplifier. So overall output of this circuit goes to an A to D converter for the display. Resistance R is used to adjust 0 at the output. So by this we able to find the total CO2. So by summing the output signals of the HCO3 calculator and the output of the PCO2 amplifier, so which facilitate for adjusting the slope and 0 at the output are available. So these are all the sum of blood gas analyzers which is used in the clinical laboratories. So this is nothing but arterial blood gas analyzer, and this is analytical blood gas analyzer. And next we discuss about acid base balance. So the normal pH of the extracellular fluid lies in the range of 7.35 to 7.45, so which indicates that the body fluid is slightly alkaline. So alkaline is nothing but, so the base level is somewhat high in the blood level. So pH exceeds 7.45, the body is considered to be in a state of alkalolysis. So alkalolysis is nothing but excessive blood alkalinity caused by an overabundance of bicarbonate in blood or a loss of acid from blood, so or by low level of carbon dioxide in blood that causes deep breathing. So a body pH below 7.35 indicates acidosis. So acidosis is a process causing increased acidity in the blood and other body tissues. So symptoms for this acidosis is confusion. So confusion may occur. So that is nothing but the symptoms of acidosis. So both alkalosis and acidosis are basically the disease condition seen in the clinical medicine. So any tendency of pH of a blood to deviate towards the above condition, so which deals with three physiological mechanisms. So one is buffering by chemical means, second one is respiration, and third one excretion, so into the urine by kidney. So respiratory system can adjust sudden changes in carbon dioxide tension back to normal levels in just a few minutes. So CO2 can be removed by increasing breathing. Therefore, hydrogen concentration of blood can be effectively modified. So kidney requires many hours to readjust hydrogen ions concentration by excreting highly acidic or alkaline urine to enable body condition to the normal levels. Next, to maintain PO2, PCO2 and pH so within the normal limits. So throughout the wide range of body activity, so rate and depth of respiration vary automatically with changes in metabolism. So control of alveolar ventilation takes place by means of chemical as well as nervous mechanisms. So alveolar ventilation is nothing but, so it is defined as the volume of air entering and leaving the alveoli per minute. So alveoli is nothing but important part of respiratory system, so whose function is to exchange oxygen and CO2 molecules to and fro from the bloodstream. So it is a tiny balloon shaped air sac at the end of respiratory tree and arranged in clusters throughout the lungs. So the three important chemical factors which regulates alveolar ventilation are the arterial concentration of CO2, H plus and O2. So next we discuss about the various blood gas parameters. So this is shown in this tabular column. So pH has to maintain from 7.37 to 7.44 for arterial or arterialized capillary blood, and for venous plasma at 7.35 to 7.45. So PCO2 for men 34 to 35 mm per Hg, and for women 31 to 42. So these are all the various blood gas parameters, that is shown in this tabular column. So next we discuss about blood pH measurement. So acidity or alkalinity of a solution depends on its concentration of hydrogen ion present in the blood. So increasing the concentration of hydrogen ions, which makes a solution more acidic. So decreasing the concentration of hydrogen ions makes it more alkaline. So pH is a measure of hydrogen ion concentration, which is expressed negative exponent logarithmically. So that is shown here. So pH equal to minus log which hydrogen H plus. So if the number 10 power minus 7 represents the concentration of hydrogen ions in a solution means, then the pH value is 7. So the 10 power minus 7, that 7 represents the pH value. So pure water dissociates into 10 power minus 7 molecules of H plus and 10 power minus 7 molecule per liter of OH minus. So pH of plus 7 is considered a neutral solution of a pH of plus 6 represents an acid based solution, and pH of plus 8 represents the alkali present solution. So electrochemical pH determination utilizes the difference in potential occurring between solutions of different pH separated by a special glass membrane. So basically if the pH of one of the solution is kept constant, so that the potential varies in accordance with the pH of the other solution, so then the system can be used to determine pH. So in our analysis, the device which is used to effect these measurements electrochemical pH determination is by using the glass electrode. So next we discuss about the glass electrode. So the potential E of the glass electrode may be written by means of a Nernst equation. So E equal to E naught minus 2.3036 RT by F into del pH. So here E naught is nothing but standard potential and R is nothing but gas constant. So T is nothing but absolute temperature. F is nothing but Faraday constant, and del pH is nothing but pH value of deviation from 7. So the equation, the Nernst equation, shows that the EMF developed by the electrochemical pH cell is a linear function of del pH. So change of pH of 1 unit equal to 58.2 millivolt at 20 degrees Celsius and 62.2 millivolt at 40 degrees Celsius. So the factor minus 2.3036 RTF is called the slope factor and is clearly dependent upon the solution temperature. So with a 1 degree change in temperature, the EMF changes by 0.2 millivolt. So it is also obvious that the measurement of pH is essentially a measurement of millivolt signals by some special methods. Next we discuss about pH measurement. For making pH measurements, solution is taken in a beaker. So a pair of electrodes, so one glass or indicating electrode and the other one is reference or calomel electrodes are immersed in the solution. So voltage developed across the electrodes is applied to an electronic amplifier. So it transmits the amplified signal to the display. pH meter is usually equipped with controls for calibration and temperature compensation. Glass electrode exhibits a high electrical resistance in the order of 100 to 1000 mega ohm. High resistance of glass electrodes highly susceptible to capacitive pickup from AC mains. So in order to minimize such effects, so it is advisable to screen the electrode cable. So screen is usually grounded to the case of the measuring instrument. Error caused in the pH measurements due to temperature effect, so it can be compensated, so either manually or automatically. So manual adjustment, the instrument is calibrated at 25 degrees Celsius. The control is simply set to the actual measuring temperature. So by this adjustment, the output current of amplifier gets corrected to the desired temperature. So automatic adjustment, a variable resistor, usually a thermistor or wire wound resistance, approximate desired resistance temperature coefficient is inserted in the circuit. So during this measurement, so it is placed in the test solution. So use of an automatic temperature compensator ensures that pH meter is operating with a correct millivolt bar pH conversion ratio. The accuracy of a pH measurement as 0.001 pH, then the voltage must be measured with an accuracy of 0.058 millivolt, assuming an ideal sensitivity of 58 millivolt per pH unit. So the accuracy requirement of the measurement will be 0.01%. So electrodes for blood pH measurement. So several types of electrodes have been present in the biomedical. So they are all of the glass electrode type but made in different shapes so that they may accept small quantities of blood and yield accurate results. So the most common type is syringe electrode. So it is preferred for the convenience of taking small samples of blood anaerobically. So microcapillary glass electrodes are preferred. So it required to monitor pH continuously. For example, it is used in the surgery purpose. So these type of electrodes are especially useful when a very small volume of the sample is to be analyzed. So a microelectrode for clinical applications requires only 20 to 25 microliter of capillary blood for the determination of pH. So electrode is enclosed in a water jacket with circulating water at a constant temperature of 38 degrees Celsius. So basically water contains 1% of sodium chloride for shielding against static interference. So capillary is protected with a polyethylene tubing. So internal reference electrode is silver or silver chloride and the calomel reference electrode is connected to a small pool of saturated silver chloride, so through a porous pin. So accuracy of 0.001 pH can be obtained with this electrode against a constant buffer. So this is the diagram of microcapillary glass electrode. So it is the combination of electrodes comprising both measuring and reference electrodes offer single probe convenience for all pH measurements. So several instruments which offers the ability to measure pH in small containers with little as 250 microliter of the sample. So drawbacks of the conventional macro and micro cell pH electrodes when used for biomedical applications. So these are due to the relatively large size of the macro electrode and the fragility of the microelectrode. So it is constructed a miniature pH glass electrode. So using Corning 015 glass as the hydrogen ion sensitive glass. So dimensions of the electrode were minus 1.0 millimeter outside diameter and 0.25 millimeter wall thickness. So inner electrolyte is a solution of 0.1 N hydrochloric acid, and the inner reference electrode is a silver or silver chloride electrode. Silver or silver chloride electrode is made from a silver wire that is nothing but 0.127 millimeter in diameter and 99.9% purity by electrolytic method. So FET input operational amplifier is integrated into the pH electrode. Temperature response of the electrode was minus 1.51 millivolt per Kelvin at a pH value of 7. So evaluation of the stability of the electrode showed a 1% drift over a 7-hour operational time. So pH temperature hysteresis effects showed a 0.5 and 1.0% deviation. So response time was within 4 seconds for a 99% response. So what are the effects of blood on electrodes in the pH measurement means? So glass electrodes deteriorate if allowed to remain in contact with blood for a long time, so which results in the change of EMF pH slope. Poisoning effect appears to be due to protein deposition. So as a precautionary measure, so in an apparatus where blood necessarily remains in contact around the electrode for long periods more than 20 minutes, the response must be checked frequently against buffer solutions. So poisoning effect can be reduced by putting the electrode in pepsin and 0.1 N HCl followed by careful wiping with a tissue paper. pH of blood is found to change linearly with temperature in the range of 18 degree to 38 degree Celsius. So temperature coefficient for the pH of blood is 0.0147 pH unit per degree centigrade. So another important point while making blood pH measurement is that because of the possible individual variations in the temperature coefficient of blood pH, method of measuring at some temperature other than 37 degrees Celsius followed by correction is not maintained. So it is advisable to keep both the glass as well as reference electrode at the temperature of measurement. So next we discuss about the buffer solutions which is used in the pH measurements. So buffer solutions are basically used for creation and maintenance of a desired stabilized pH in a solution, and second one is standardization of electrode chains for pH measurements. A substance which by its presence in a solution is capable of counteracting pH changes in the solution as caused by the addition or the removal of hydrogen ions. So buffer solutions are characterized by their pH value. So they are available in tablets of pH value 4.7 and 9.2. So buffer solutions used in blood pH measurements are 0.025 molar potassium dihydrogen phosphate with 0.025 molar disodium hydrogen phosphate. The solution has a pH value of 6.840 at 38 degrees Celsius and 6.881 at 20 degrees Celsius. Next one is 0.01 molar potassium dihydrogen phosphate with 0.04 molar disodium hydrogen phosphate. So the buffer has a pH value of 7.416 at 38 degrees Celsius and 7.429 at 20 degrees Celsius. Next we discuss about the measurement of blood PCO2. So blood PCO2 is the partial pressure of carbon dioxide of blood taken anaerobically. So it is basically expressed in mmHg and is related to the percentage CO2. So as the formula given, PCO2 equal to barometric pressure, so minus water vapor pressure into percentage CO2 by 100. So at 37 degrees Celsius, so water vapor pressure is 47 mmHg. So at 750 millimeter barometric pressure, 5.7% CO2 corresponds to a PCO2 of 40 millimeter is given. So all modern blood gas analyzers make use of a PCO2 electrode of the type, so that is described by Stowe et al., so which is described in the year 1957. So the measurement of PCO2 is based on the relationship between logarithmic PCO2 and pH, so which is linear over the range of 10 to 90 mmHg, 1.2 to 12, which includes essentially all the values of, so which is in clinical interest. So this result can be established by examining some fundamental chemical relationship among H plus, H2CO3, HCO3 minus and PCO2. So the first three quantities are related by the equilibrium equation as H2O plus CO2, so which gives H2CO3, so which gives equilibrium of H plus plus HCO3. So the relationship between PCO2 and the concentration of CO2, so dissolved in the blood, that is nothing but CO2, so is given by CO2 equal to, so A into PCO2, so where A value is 0.0301 millimoles per liter per PCO2. So the mass relationship corresponding to equation 1 is given by, so K dash of equal to, so H plus into HCO3 divided by H2CO3. So here we use that HTCO3 is proportional to CO2. So to obtain the result, so K equal to H plus HCO3 divided by CO2. So where K represents the combined values of K dash and the proportionality constant between, so HTCO3 and CO2. So then from the above equation we obtain K equal to H plus HCO3 by A into PCO2. So next, by taking the base 10 logarithm of above equation, so we get log H plus log HCO3 minus log K minus log A minus log PCO2, so equal to 0. So using the definition of pH yields, so pH equal to log HCO3 minus log K minus log A minus log PCO2 we obtain. So this shows that pH has a linear dependence on the negative of log PCO2. So this is the construction of PCO2 electrode. So that is nothing but Severingas electrode. So the assembly includes two chambers, one for the specimen and a second containing pH electrode. So in contrast to the basic pH measurement device, so in which the pH electrode is placed in the specimen, so in this case pH electrode is bathed by a buffer solution of bicarbonate and NaCl. Two chambers are separated by a semi-permeable membrane made of Teflon or silicon rubber. So membrane allows dissolved CO2 to pass through but blocks the passage of charged particles, in particular H plus and HCO3. When the specimen is placed in its chamber, carbon dioxide diffuses across the membrane to establish the same concentration in both chambers. So if there is a net movement of carbon dioxide into or out of the chamber, so that contains buffer, so H plus hydrogen increases or decreases, and the pH meter detects this change. So relationship between pH and the negative logarithmic PCO2 is only a proportional one. So it is necessary to calibrate the instrument before each use with two gases of known PCO2. So using the values of pH obtained by processing, so these two standards, so we obtain a calibration curve of PCO2 versus pH. So next we discuss about measurement of PO2. So the basic components of a Clark type polarographic electrode, so is shown in this diagram. So this is nothing but Clark type polarographic electrode. So the measurement of PO2 is based on the following reaction. So at the cathode, reduction occurs. So O2 plus 2H2O plus 4E, which gives 2H2O2. So that is nothing but hydrogen peroxide plus 4E, which gives 4OH minus, which is nothing but hydroxide. So after that, 4OH minus plus 4KCl, so that is nothing but potassium chloride, which gives 4KOH plus 4Cl, so which is nothing but KOH is nothing but potassium hydroxide plus chloride. So hydroxyl ions created in this reaction are buffered by the electrolyte at the anode, so which in this PO2 electrode is the reference electrode. So oxidation occurs. So 4Ag plus 4Cl minus, which gives 4AgCl plus 4E. So this produces the 4 electrons required for the reaction. Cathode is constructed of glass coated platinum and the reference electrode is made of Ag or AgCl. So the plot of current versus polarizing voltage of a typical PO2 electrode, that is nothing but polarigram. So polarizing voltage is selected in the plateau region to provide sufficient potential to drive reactions. So thus resulting current is linearly proportional to number of O2 molecules. So a polarizing voltage of 600 to 800 millivolt is required for these reactions to occur. So voltage is usually supplied by a mercury cell. So we determine the value of PO2 so by using the fact that flow of current through the external circuit, so which is connected the electrodes, is proportional to PO2. So presence of O2 and resulting chemical reaction so can be thought of producing circuit a variable source of current, the value of which is directly proportional to the PO2 level. So when the PO2 level is 0, current flowing through the circuit is called the background current. So part of the calibration sequence involves setting the PO2 meter to 0 when a CO2 and nitrogen gas is bubbled through the specimen chamber. So slow bubbling is used to ensure proper temperature equilibration. So reference books used is so medical instrumentation application and design, so which is written by John G. Webster, and then second reference book is Handbook of Biomedical Instrumentation written by Kanpur RS. So diagrams and tables are taken from these two reference books. So handbook of biomedical instrumentation and medical instrumentation applications and from these websites. Thank you.